Well, what do you know, everybody? It's that time of week. Time for me to Jakesplains Season 21 of Top Chef, Episode 6, Chaos Cuisine.
Sorry.
Chaos!
So after a short recap and a little foreshadowing, we get a workout montage that reminds me of the first poached commercial I made 10 years ago? I made that video after getting into an argument with my wife while wearing a tutu. So, it's a fun little fact about me.
That's personal. And something of a surprise.
Anyways, where are we? Oh yeah, muscles!
That's a power bottom training, huh?
Michelle and Savannah are contemplating the second half of a popular children's poem.
I'm curious to see what's around the corner.
Same.
So Sue and Kalina are both back from Last Chance Kitchen after beating out Charlie last week.
You're both going for the competition.
What can I say? Sue replaced Moist Pallone in Last Chance Kitchen for some mysterious reasons. The only thing I can find online are rumors and speculation, so I don't really want to get into that. I tried getting into that after episode 1, and I was like, why? But if anyone has an answer out there for me, holla at your boy.
Why? What's the significance? I don't know!
Manny is rightfully skeptical of the new chef that just walked in with Kalina,
Who is this guy? Why is he helping her with her luggage?
but apparently Dan is not.
I know this guy. I know him.
I'm not a huge fan, so obviously Savannah and I's first real relationship test is going to be whether or not I can forgive Kalina.
Don't do that.
So the concept of two contestants being back in was pretty devastating for both the chefs and me, because that means it's 2 more goddamn dishes I have to edit into these videos.
I love when gets shaken up.
But I may not have to for long, because as Kristen explains, the idea of 2 chefs being back from Last Chance Kitchen also means that at some point they may remove or eliminate 2 chefs in the same episode. We meet the owner and founder of Milk Bar and the star of her own Verizon commercial.
Being all over, all at once, all the time.
Her name is Christina Tosi, and she's here with Kristen to help judge the Quickfire, the final boss of my digestive tract, dairy-based desserts.
That's a power bottom training, huh?
Kristen takes another swing at comedy.
Legendary dessert.
A legendary joke told by a legendary person. But then Kevin can't stand it, so he just has to upstage her.
That was cheesy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, well done.
Let's see what they made. Kalina made a salted caramel with rum custard, mascarpone, and cream fraiche whip. Manny made a fried churro with orange blossom and some very melted whipped cream. Amanda made a cheddar biscuit shortcake with banana pastry cream and vanilla chantilly, and it was delicious. Raska made a shrikand and saffron. Sue made a brioche puree, peanut brittle, and pasilla pepper blueberry jam. Say that fucking fast. God damn. Come on, Sue. You're fucking with me here. Can you not make dishes I cannot say?
Sorry.
Laura made a chocolate muhallebi, espresso whipped cream, butter crumble, and caramel. Danny made a cream puff with black sesame cream that looked awesome but was undercooked. Savannah made a beautiful floating island cream anglaise with meringue, apple, and cranberry vinegar. Kevin made a shortbread cookie, strawberry and basil jam, cream cheese, vanilla chantilly, and butter tuile. Dan made a dark chocolate pudding, macerated plums, basil, and fried baguette. The judges didn't like it, and Dan was straight up, oh no you didn't.
Dan.
Michelle made a corn cake with mascarpone cheese, basil cream, and lemon zest, and she wins duh.
Michelle.
I wrote this script when I was high, and that whole section was torture.
Call me biased, but that's just facts.
Speaking of being high, in walks the fact man himself, Matty Matheson from The Bear, is here to talk about chaos instead of wildly inaccurate claims about restaurant construction.
The world is turning around us right now, and the speed is getting faster, you know?
I can't stress this enough. The way he talks in this episode, he must have been ripping a bong in between takes.
Call me biased, but that's just fact.
No.
Fact. I did that.
Kristen turns to Matty to define what exactly chaos cuisine is.
Chaos is an amalgamation of where did you come from, what have you learned, where are you going,
Certain questions get answered, others spring up.
what's your culinary voice.
Mine plays tricks on you, you play tricks back.
Chaos is every single day.
Again, every day, Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia.
My mind is just absolute chaos.
I was looking for patterns in the chaos. Come on.
I'm an agent of chaos.
I want you to do whatever you feel.
And I knock on her door and I say, Carol! Carol!
Dream the biggest dream.
And I'm gonna go to an even darker place of nothingness. From an even farther, more extreme nothingness on my own.
Okay.
You can't deal with my infinite nature, can you?
That is so not true. Wait, what does that even mean?
I mean, I'm already confused.
Gas there. Yeah. There's us over here, and good and bad luck in the middle. That's chaos.
I want you to take something, create it,
That someone keeps knitting?
destroy it,
The essence of chaos.
build it up again,
Knitting?
throw it on the floor,
Have you ever transcended space and time?
throw it up into the ceiling,
Time, not space. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
grab things, use techniques you've never used before.
And you need to grab a hold of that line between speed and chaos, and you need to wrestle it to the ground like a demon cobra.
Like staring into the sun.
We're gonna clarify all of it.
But actually, Amanda, our favorite, is the only one that gets it.
I definitely think it's cooking without borders or limitations to marry cuisine styles together.
I should have just said that at the beginning.
The one thing we do get is the best camera stare down in Top Chef history.
To make sure that you all have fun with this challenge,
Chaos cooking is modern fusion that does involve the merging of cultures, different styles, and different ingredients from all over the place. And that last one is making it a creative and popular way to fight food waste in the hospitality industry. Not a bad thing to promote on the set of a TV show that has to buy thousands of dollars worth of ingredients that probably will just sit there all episode.
Well, that came out of left field.
They'll each have 20 minutes and $150 to spend at any specialty shop that they choose, and then they'll have all of the ingredients in the Top Chef kitchen. The shopping section comes and goes, not much happens other than Sue is really struggling to make a plan.
I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do with my dish yet.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
Kevin is still very French.
Peeling my potatoes.
Tom and Maddie harass the chefs for a bit.
We're trust falling hard right now.
Savannah's being dirty.
I'm really hoping that I can pull this off.
And the blender acts just like I did. Come on. Woo! Is that too much? Should I tone it back? Maybe ask Maddie.
Thing is like, I'm probably going to say the same thing. Why?
And lay them on top of each other.
The chefs wrap up their 2-hour prep time and call it a day. They get back the next day for an hour and a half additional cook time. And all I gotta say is the music in this episode was really awesome. From like moody strings to like really cool beats. I don't know, it just stood out to me. This is probably one of the best episodes music-wise that I've seen in a long time. Paleta McGee's! Laura made tadig, yuzu, koshu sauce, quail eggs, salmon, and seaweed salad. Amanda made black garlic pappardelles with cumin lamb ragu, exo sauce, and shrimp chips. Laura's dish was too orderly, and Amanda's dish, the pasta was a little inconsistent, but the dish was fucking tasty. Sue made fried shrimp with salsa verde and salsa roja. Manny made esquites risotto with burnt tortilla aioli. Manny's was great, but safe, and Sue's shrimp was the bomb. Kevin made a potato chips dessert with raspberry tarragon and white chocolate. Michelle made shrimp and pork arrayas with puffed rice and herb salad. Kevin's was weird, but he got the chaos part right. Michelle's dish had problems. Not only was it just a normal Vietnamese dish with little or no innovation, but Kristen's came out raw and Tom's was burnt.
Yikes.
At this point, Danny is really trying to hold off on plating too early. So in a true act of selflessness, he helps Dan plate his food. Dan made okonomiyaki funnel cake with seafood, bacon, pickles, caviar, and herbs. They were obsessed with it. Raska made crab and eggplant with mushroom conserva, dukkha, and garlic tahini. She's sort of hyper-focused on the pairing and really fudged the execution. Some of the judges compared it to slugs. They called it flavorless. It was bad.
it was bad.
Yikes.
Kalina made a trash burrito with agnolotti and marita crema. Savannah made a potato souffle with golden milk, tropical fruit, and mustard greens. And Danny made a beautiful scallop chow farsi with yuzu koshu foam. At the top was Sue, Dan, Savannah, and Danny. Dan's dish will literally be stolen by all 6 of the judging chefs. Danny's dish was delicious. Sue's shrimp was a hit, and Savannah pulled off the insane idea of putting mustard greens on top of a dessert.
She did it. It's nice.
She was incredibly nervous about serving this dish, and when the judges were praising it, she cried, and I cried, because I'm a giant wuss.
Wow. Wow.
Danny.
Danny gets his first solo win, and it's well-deserved.
Big win. Let's go. This is my first solo win. Feels great.
At the bottom was Raska and Michelle. A rare failure for both of them. They've not found themselves at the bottom like this before. What the hell?
Rusika, please pack your knives and go.
What did we learn here today?
So what did we learn? I think rushing into trying to solve a problem before you understand it that well is a recipe for disaster. And oftentimes your solutions make things worse.
Sorry, chefs. I'll see you in the last chance kitchen.
I'm sure we'll see Rasika again in some way soon.
See you real soon.
soon.
That's it for now. I'll see you next week.